You heard Vicki mention the Forum Coalition. Let me tell you who these folks are. We have a team of league members who coordinate with all the candidates, moderate each forum, run the timer, and manage the podcast, YouTube videos, and these programs. Our community partners include KSER, KXIR, the Snow King, Edmonds, and Stanwood Camano branches of AAUW, Edmonds College, the Herald, NAACP, Snohomish County, and Snow Isle Libraries. Our partners at the Sultan School District Broadcast Club have made this production possible. Let's take a moment to learn about that team. Dave and the Broadcast Club, which is not part of any high school class, has been streaming live events for 16 years.
Hi, I'm Dave Moon. I am the Technology Director for the Sultan School District. I have been the Technology Director for 27 years. I am also the advisor of the Sultan High School Broadcast Club and Tech Club, TurkPride.tv.
I'm Rena Aiken, and I'm president of Tech Club this year. I've been a part of the club for 2 years now, and I'm a sophomore going into junior year this year at Sultan High School.
My name is Omri Aiken, and I've been a part of Tech and Broadcasting Club for a year now. I am an upcoming freshman for Sultan High School, and I've been tagging along with my sister, Rena.
Omri was part of a package deal with Rena.
Do you have an out-of-school hobby that you'd like to share with us?
I have also been involved in outside of school tech support for churches.
I also help with the streaming of churches and things like that with my brother.
Did you help out at your church before TurkPride.tv, or is helping out at your church what gave you interest in TurkPride.tv?
I believe we started helping out after joining.
Yeah, we were part of the club before we started helping with streaming for churches too.
That's so cool.
What are your goals as the advisor to the Broadcast Club?
So Broadcast Club came out of Tech Club. We're still Tech Club. Broadcast Club is just kind of an offset of Tech Club. We started, so we're not an official class. We're strictly a club. So kids choose to be with us. Our ranks have swollen and shrunken over the years. Last year was a great year. We had a lot of students participate. We do production meetings every single year. And at the beginning of the year, we set some goals on what we want to do, what we want to accomplish. And 16 years ago, that Tech Club wanted to focus on putting together Broadcast Club. This was new for me. This was a complete learning experience. I didn't know anything about broadcasting, video gear, any of that. I'm still far, far, far from an expert. I'm still learning. Every year is definitely a new adventure. Our number one goal is to have fun. Our second goal is to make sure there's a spot for everybody. It doesn't matter what your interests are. We find a spot for you in our club. So you may not want to be in front of the camera. You may not want to talk. You may not want to run a camera. There's always something that somebody can do. And as far as what we see in the future, I think the kids would agree that we really put on a very professional, top-notch show, especially with our day-to-day streams with high school sports. We're lucky enough that the school board and our superintendent at the time believes in us so much that they've built us a press box. So we have our own dedicated press box at the high school. That's for any of the field games and girls softball. Baseball already had a press box, but it was basically a storage shed. They dedicated that to us. So we have a baseball press box now, built them a storage shed so we could have the press box. Basketball, we used to be shoved off into the corner where we could hardly see the game. And now we have set up right at the top of the bleachers, which is an amazing view and amazing technology. And we've really grown. The days of the single camcorder and laptop are long behind us. Now we have some very professional gear that was all paid for by fundraising. We are an unfunded club, so we have to raise all of our funds ourselves.
For you students, what are your goals in participating?
The reason I joined Tech Club is because I've always kind of had this interest in technology and how it works. Also, I like to record things because I feel like streaming with a boom microphone and a hand cam is always really fun. Some goals that I'm going to try to achieve from this is to help me because I want to be a architectural engineer when I grow up. I believe learning more about tech will help me in the future.
I'm motivated to broadcast because I like that it gives back to the community and it gives people something to watch if they can't like go to the event in person. It also gives kids my age or younger the opportunity to learn skills like this that could be good for jobs that they might want. I'm not sure what I want to do exactly when I'm older, but I'm definitely interested in broadcasting and film stuff.
Dave, please tell us about your work with the League of Women Voters. How long have you been working with the League, and what inspired you to start working with them?
TurkPride.tv has been live streaming league stuff for many years, but it was always the in-person stuff came to Sultan High School. Then during, COVID, Karen reached out to us and asked if we would help them produce a live stream for their candidates forum since they couldn't go to venues. Sounded like a fun, exciting opportunity. The kids were excited to do it because honestly, they were bored. They were all home bored and they wanted to do anything. So we quickly threw something together and the marriage was made at that point. We have been live streaming for the league every single year since.
What else does the team do that is outreach to the community?
We stream a ton of local community stuff, not just our high school sports, but every September we stream the Snohomish County Sports Commission's Sports Awards, which is great. So they induct new people into their Hall of Fame. We stream the Sky Valley Chamber live auction every single year. We stream our own graduation. We've been streaming graduations for nearly 16 years. So that's really great. We were into streaming way before streaming was a thing. We've been doing it for 16 years. 1 year in 2018 Tech Club before these guys, we were honored by being the volunteer of the year for the city of Sultan because we were live streaming so many things for them. And came with that recognition was that Tech Club got to be the grand marshals for the parade. And we even streamed that. We put a 360-degree camera on the hood of the car that they all rode in and live streamed the whole entire parade from the point of view of the Grand Marshal. And we have done a pretty good job.
Some high schools have TV stations that broadcast throughout the school. What about Sultan?
So we're a little bit different. We do not have a television studio. So everything we do is live streamed over the internet. We have produced a few shows that show live in the classroom, but everything that we do is basically designed to be mobile. So we go to the event, we go where we need to go. We've really built up our whole process around being mobile and around doing live events. Over the years, we've talked about creating it as a class. Over the years, we've talked about building a studio. We do have equipment where we can put up a pop-up studio. Rena's class last year purchased some new equipment for that. We purchased a couple cameras and we purchased a giant pop-up green screen so we could start doing some studio work. We don't have a studio, but we're working on it. We're working on a pop-up version.
Dave, you mentioned that there's a job for everybody in the broadcast club. I'd like you to take us through the nuts and bolts of producing one of these candidate forums.
In the beginning, let's go all the way back to the beginning in 2021. It was rough. It was something that we had never adventured into doing before as a live stream from a Zoom session. So it was rough. But since then, I feel like we have polished a pretty good product that comes out at the other end with a different group of kids coming through every year. It does have its challenges. This is Rena's second year. She learned last year with Savannah and then took over the reins this year. And then Omri's probably going to follow in those same footsteps. And then somebody will shadow under Omri. We are always trying to make things easier and automate more and more. It's all about making it easier, smoother, cleaner, which is challenging at times. Sometimes we come out of the other end of those challenges better for the future moving down the road. I participate in all the League of Women Voters pre-show meetings, try to help them coordinate what days work best for our schedule. We are up against high school sports a lot of the times. High school sports since COVID have kind of settled into a nice cadence of the same day. Once we get a schedule down, the kids are used to it already. Like Rena did it last year. It's just basically telling her what dates they are. We stream from the tech center, so my office and classroom, only because all of our streams are set up to be mobile streams. We need a little bit more powerful computer. We need more screens, all that sort of stuff. So it's definitely out of the norm for what we're used to. We meet at the tech center. We do our live stream. The kids pretty much run the stream. I'm there kind of just watching and just in case something goes wrong. They do a great job. Boy, we're to the point to where we're just kind of polishing our product now. I think, like I said, I think we put on a really good show and we're constantly making tiny little improvements here or there. But for the most part, I feel that every episode is coming out kind of on top. Up until last primary, we were live streaming to YouTube. This season, we decided to record live and then upload immediately after, only to give us some opportunities. We had candidates with technical difficulties. We had some technical difficulties here or there. So we decided by recording it and then turning around immediately uploading it, it gave us some opportunities to do just a little bit of cleanup. We never edit content. We just trim dead air, trim mistakes, as in production mistakes, not candidates' mistakes. So far this season, out of the 4 or 5 that we've done, we had to stop one live stream because candidates' video went out or mic died or something. So we gave them an opportunity to solve the problem, and then we just picked up where we left off. That's usually posted the same night.
Tell me about your former students.
I have had many students in the last 16 years go into the broadcasting field, which is really exciting. I have one student that is currently the public announcer for Mississippi State for a lot of their home games in different sports. I've had several that have gone behind the scenes, doing stuff behind the scenes. I have one who I'm sure is going to end up an anchor on TV. I'm just waiting for the phone call for her to let me know that it's happened. She is an extremely talented young lady. For the last 20 years, we've been hiring high school students as summer help. Everybody that works in my department, except for me, has gone to Sultan High School, and 3 out of 4 of them were in Tech Club.
Thank you to Dave, Andre, and Rena for giving us a peek behind the curtain. We invite you to join us Thursday when we air the next forum featuring candidates for Linwood City Council Position 1. Let me remind you that you are listening to KSER 90.7 FM and KXIR 89.9 FM. We want to thank them for making these forum recordings available to all of you, and thank you for listening.